Moose is in the house. Moose is in the house. Watch out. Watch out. Here's Moosey.
Hey everyone, how's it going? How are you all doing? I'm having a good day. I hope you're having a good day. This gazpacho soup is here indeed. I hope you guys are having a fantastic day. I am looking for something real quick. I got a little bit of an announcement. I guess it's a big announcement. One sec. Yeah, it's a bit of a bigger announcement, I suppose. But today, signups are officially open for the Deluxe Cup 2025. Woo! I need like a soundboard with like clapping and stuff. I only have the boos. I don't. If you're happy about the Deluxe Cup boo, that's the closest thing we got to clapping. Then kills that too. Yes, thank you. Hope you're all excited. Deluxe Cup, as per usual, is a standard heavyweight tournament. 3,500 stat cap in Monster Rancher 2. Stats at and below 100 don't count towards the cap. If you're on YouTube, you can just check the description for the sign-up form. If you're on Twitch, you can type !deluxe. That'll get you there as well. I'm sure we'll talk about it a little bit more as it goes on. But the tournament is happening end of February. Sign-ups start today. So you got time to plan out your monster. We're only doing one monster per person. You need Jill Snowstorm sound. Someone the other day mentioned that we should have Monkey Puncher emotes, and we absolutely should. Think Killdozer is almost done. Any ideas for next breed I want to do? I don't know. I'm kind of torn. I'm Natalie Imbruglia. I don't know. I think we got the Thunder Machine, which means we got speed and intelligence gain at the cost of skill, but I mean, we can always patch up skill later. So maybe we actually try and raise like an Ogio or something. This is for emulator, DX is for DX. Hope I can get your mom and sibling to join the tourney even if their monster is unoptimal casual. I'm sure there will be some that are optimal and casual. No cruise control? What do you mean? Redeems are not working? I'm hearing them. I swear. Yeah, maybe you got to turn up your... No sounds on your end? It definitely was. I'm terrible with the details showed up. Oh, you know what? I know what it is. Yes. I know exactly why. One second. Yeah, I apologize for that. They did come through. Let me mash them a little bit. It's because I don't have my new sound settings set up on every scene. So here we got
Gazpacho soup is here.
we got the gazpacho. We got the black worm.
I'm sorry, I'm terrible with the details.
We got the boo. Here's a free one.
Bye, Daddy. I'm dying.
And the boo. They're the typical bands this year. Yeah, Metal Near subbreeds. Ripper, Time Noise, and well, hold on, let's take a look. Time Noise and Punisher, Melner main breeds, and Kamui. That's it. That's it. You can do whatever you want other than that. The problem is, I would like to see Kamui unbanned, but to have Kamui unbanned, we probably need to have Time Noise and Punisher unbanned. 3,500 is cap, yeah. Reading the form explains the form. Yeah, standard 3,500 cap, standard heavyweight. Okay, yeah, sorry about that, guys. I also don't have like game audio set up on this screen, which like it obviously doesn't matter because you know there's no game playing. But yeah, thank you for catching that. That also means that like if you did like a bigger redeem, even though not all the redeems work on this page, it's you definitely wouldn't have heard any sound. I have to like consolidate how I have all this shit set up now. I have so many like depreciated. Depreciate is the wrong word, but they're like defunct. Like this. Oh, hey, look at this. What am I gonna get? Oh, I got an ape. That's so cool. I need to work on a bot to make that more automated, but I do have all that shit still saved. But that does mean the thing that's a problem is that I don't have the means. I can't program it to have any of that stuff work while it's in a folder. If it's in a folder, it doesn't work properly. Looks like Basic Joker is legal. Yes, that's correct. And so is Ripper. The things that beat Basic Joker are illegal. So have at it. Yeah, you can do whatever you want. Thinking of making a shift to unbanning more mons? I don't know. I'm kind of... It would be interesting to go back to just Metalner banned. I'm not sure. The thing is, in 3500, it's not the same as 2997, right? Kamui's not as like insane in 3500 as it is in 2997. Is the form not on Discord? No, it's not. Brother, you've been here since the beginning of the stream. With all due respect, I've explained it 3 times. If you're on Twitch, !deluxe. If you're on YouTube, it's in the description. Well, welterweight's still the greatest format known to man. Legal Metalner proves it. It's certainly something. But yeah, Kamui in 3500 is not as good. The thing that makes Kamui really fucked up in 2997 is its ability to run like 600 skill. It can like be like pretty threatening with like unbelievably low skill, which means that you get to dump a ton of points into defense, and then that makes it, you know, like basically unkillable. Back and forth with your kids and stuff. How dare you? Yeah, we're good to go. I think we're gonna play a little more Monster Rancher 4 today, and then we'll see how far we get. Special monsters only one, like question mark breeds. I kind of don't like having I don't like tournaments where it's like you're really limited in what you can raise. The only real exception to that was when I ran the Oops All Zooms, because Zoom was a monster that had insane changes in hard mode, and like nobody was playing him. And so I was like, we can probably run like 5 or 6 like legitimately good Zoom builds in hard mode. And then people did, and we got to see a whole bunch of new stuff. But there's been some tournaments that are like really, really prohibitive with like what you can raise, and then, you know, there's been a couple of times where someone's done a tournament where it's like you can only raise these 3 or 4 monsters, and then like nobody signs up, and they're like, how come nobody signed up? It's because nobody wanted to raise those monsters, man. I don't know. Special monsters, I mean, it's kind of a fun like low stakes gimmick tournament, because like there's nothing special about it. It's a normal tournament, except you're stuck with like 1 or 2 subbreeds per monster. That would make like Naga and Tiger like obscenely powerful if you had access to the enemy mons. And Centaur, I guess. That would be your top 3 for sure. I don't remember what Bloodshed's guts rate is, but I don't think it's that good. Isn't it the same as like the Bajarl or something? Like in the middle. Had one based off people's personalities. That one was fun. Things like that are okay. Or like when Matcha did like the Tropical Cup or whatever, and it's like there's like maybe like 150 legal monsters in that. Like that's fine. Yeah. No, I'm just looking at the sign up sheet. All you need for the sign-up sheet is a monster name and a breeder name. I don't expect everyone to have all their shit ready yet. That's why you have a whole month to get it ready. A month and a half, actually. Yeah, a month and a half. So, you know, think about it. Think about what you want to raise. We'll definitely be raising a couple of monsters on stream, I think. And then I'm going to make them fight each other. Fight for my love. And then we'll go from there. Oops, all Undines. Evan 13 and 15. Ah, okay. There's a joke in there somewhere. Oops, all Undines. Because there's one build. Would Stilketo count in all special tournaments because it's a special breed in A2? That's... You're already, like, looking for loopholes in something that, like, you... Was it you who requested it? No, it wasn't you. Okay, that'd be so funny. If it was you and then you're like, oh, actually, what if I were to pick a monster that's not even in the game, technically? Just upload the same old monsters? That's fine, too. I mean, I've got some, like, pretty killer 3500 monsters, but it's just a matter of, do I want to just enter the same thing again? And I'm probably not going to. Is it the return of Geist? We'll throw Geist into contention. We'll see how he does versus the other monsters I raise. I never did, like, a video on Geist. Maybe that's something I'll do over this winter. As one of the videos I'm uploading in conjunction with the Nuzlocke and stuff. But anyway, what are we listening to today, folks? Some of the music on the last VOD got copyright claimed, but it was by the actual people who own the music, so... This seems like it'd be sick. But we gotta see, does any of this get claimed? No. Okay.
Select your hero.
It might also not be claimed because it's the guy who owns it. I gotta check something first. We got two songs playing at the same time. Okay, so this is a lo-fi remix of Marvel vs. Capcom by Heavy Machine Gun. Go check out Heavy Machine Gun on Twitter. You can't, or I'm sure he's on Twitter too, but he's on YouTube. That's where we're getting it from. You guys can't hear it yet. That's fine. There we go. All right. We got our boy. Killdozer, 2 years, 4 months old. He's probably going to live for another year or so. He's still getting, like, pretty decent gains. I do need my accuracy. I need, like, all my stats are pretty low, if I'm being completely honest. What rank are we in? B? We're in rank B. So this is enough to roll rank B. But rank A is going to give us a hard time. Okay, I'm already signed up for that. Doing a rest, the sandbag rest. Okay, everything's working out. Our schedule's already set up perfectly. Yeah, I think Intelligence Monster for the next one is probably a good call. Or at least something that has like really good speed gains, because the Lightning Machine is going to be big. Like, that's a huge pickup. It's just, it's not particularly good for us because it's plus speed and intelligence, so it's a little bit of wasted stats. That sound effect is super loud. Just upload your standby monster that I usually do. Which, what's that one? Okay, we got a battle. It's Deluxe Cup announcement. It's just that the Deluxe Cup is happening. Exclamation mark Deluxe GOAT if you want to see the form and all that. Nothing special about it. I mean, it's special in the sense that it's always special, right? Like, winner is going to get... I guess I didn't mention that. But winner of the last 2 Deluxe Cups has gotten a plushie. Last year we had the cool Peachtree Bug. The year before we had the Mochi with the first prize medal. This year, maybe it'll be the monster you enter. It will become immortalized in plushie form. Who's to say? Okay, game. Hold on. Why is game not coming through game? I'm sorry, the game was like pretty loud. This should fix that. Okay, it's still not coming through. Okay, sorry, 1 second. I'll get it fixed up. I know it's super loud. We died while I was trying to fix audio settings. Hi-Fi audio cable. Here I have this set to Hi-Fi audio cable. Let's see. The joys of a new audio setup. This is round robin. We can get back into it. There we go. That's a little bit more manageable for sound, I think. Music was probably a little loud too. I think that's probably better mix now. Already missed the announcement? I mean, it's just that the Deluxe Cup is live. Exclamation mark Deluxe if you want to sign up. It's our big annual tournament. Tentacle, you can't do it while you're tagging somebody. It fucks up the bot. There you go. Yeah, you didn't miss much. And we'll be talking about it. Man, I can't hit anything, eh? Keep forgetting that. I mean, it seems like it should work. Naga looks creepy. All Nagas in this game look kind of goofy. But we can kill him good. Okay, missing my 70s. Love that for me. Mudda. Okay, 79%, 0 to 60. Let's go, baby. Oh, great. I wasted all my guts. Got final guts. Holy shit, dude. Really? I can't hit anything. Okay, at least I'm dodging a little bit. $68. There we go. We finally got something. Oh my god. No. Why is this a mechanic, brother? There we go. That's 4 max stats. Yeah. Sorta. It's 2 max stats plus your defensive stat, either speed or defense to 800, and then you have, which is effectively max for that stat as well, and then you have 702 points left over. So a normal build is like 999 power and skill, and then 800 speed and 702 life. That's a pretty standard build. Okay, we dodged the second one. That's nice. Can't hit drifting. It's killing me, man. Pretty solid chance to hit, too. Like... You rebuilt Hadron today? I saw that. You have, like, everything's, like, perfect on it. 100 loyalty, 100 stress, 100 fame. All the stats are exactly on the dot. That's pretty cool. Garugamesh works, fellas. No, we need to worry. We were all stressed for a bit. Okay, I gotta beat Zebulon Prime now. All these monsters are so similar. Why is this an intelligence attack? They were just like, Hair doesn't have enough intelligence stuff. They did the hard mode thing of making like golems thwack intelligence base because it's like, you just give them something else, man. Damn, that's slow guts regen on the Hair. Pretty proud of the build. I think he has like 36 weeks life left. Did you do it on a Gen 1 monster? Or did you use something like Old Hatter or something as a parent? Because like that monster doesn't have a lot of lifespan. So having 36 weeks of life left is like, that's pretty optimized. Okay, if I get a KO here, I win. If I don't get a KO, I don't know if I'm tied with Zebulon or not. KOs count as a tiebreaker in this game. It's like, wins count more than losses, obviously, but then KOs count more than wins. That's an unfortunate bullish. Alright, Onion, GG's. Oh, it wasn't enough. We can make a roller because it's funny, but let's just end it. No, but the stats were based. I didn't combine for boosted stats, just battle specials. That, in my opinion, counts as a Gen 1 monster. If the stats are not boosted. Okay. I'm getting a work call. 1 second, BRB.
I'm sorry, I'm terrible with the details.
how's it going? I'm back, I'm back. Work stuff do be starting up again, so hopefully no, we don't get another call, but oh, we got a watermelon for that. Hell yeah, I'll take that. That's free money. It's free real estate, Jimbui. Okay. So we won a tournament. He's hungry now. Sandbag? Yeah, okay, so this still works out. 81? Dude, he's actually killing it. He's doing his damnedest. If this shit gets copyright claimed, I'll just, I don't know. We'll, we'll give him the money. Because this shit rocks. A fun remix album for sure. Okay, and so I can rest him here. The official's coming up. I'll do that one. So if we rest him here, we might be able to do 2 drills in a row after it. What's he at? Yeah, okay. So we can do 2 drills. Wish your hands are capable enough to main Gi for Hugo. They're both pretty intense characters, yeah. Okay, so here we go. Target. Let's do a trampoline. And then rest. And then I think we can probably do Lifeblade, Sandbag, rest. 57? What the fuck? Hey, Hackback, how you doing? Kinda shit in the bed there, brother. It's not power, so he doesn't know how to do it. 72? Beautiful. I'll take that. Good job, my man. Not bad. I'm doing good. Still recovering a little bit from sparring last night. Yeah, so if you guys aren't aware, last night we were supposed to stream, but I signed up last minute for some sparring in my boxing gym. And that shit is very, very tiring. Also, it was my first time sparring anyone in like 20 years. So it took me a little while to like acclimate to like how hard I should be punching and things like that. And I remember the first guy I was training with, like, he didn't hit me hard. Like, he had like really good control. He's definitely better than I am. That's fine. But I was like, you know, I was kind of like whiffing punches and stuff, and I was like, oh, I'm in, I would have got you and this and that, but like I'm not actually connecting. And then he hit me in the face, and I was like, oh, okay, true. I should probably be trying to like actually land this shit. But also, like, I don't have the cardio for it yet, so it was really really intense. Don't get concussed now. Like I said, they're punching in like a way that I think, you know, not to toot my own horn, but it's like it's hard enough to hurt somebody. But, you know, if like, yeah, I have a little bit of a resistance to that type of shit, so it's not fun getting punched in the head, but it's kind of fun getting punched in the head when they're not going full power. How many rounds you do? It was like an hour straight. 3-minute rounds with a break. So the last half hour, probably like 7 or 8. Yeah, 3 rounds. No, it was so the last it was like one or two. Sorry, my I think this is clipping. So basically, the way it worked is like it was like technical practice, no headgear, no. It's technical practice, and so it would be like, okay, so for this round, you can only use your left to like attack and defend and things like that, or like, okay, so this round is you get to pick 5 punches, and then once you've done 5 punches, it's the other person's turn, and like so back and forth. So not every round was like actual fight. There was like 2 rounds at the end after we did all of that for like an hour of like actual like full spar. Without headgear is nuts. That's fine. The problem with headgear is that it's very like limiting. Especially when you're doing it like in when you're doing it in club, like nobody's trying to hurt each other. It's really not like you're going for a win, you're going for a KO type shit. It's just like, oh, you landed something. Oh, they felt it. Okay, that's it. Damage he receives is to his pride. It's immune to physical damage. It's probably the opposite. Like, I'm getting punched in the face, and I'm like, damn, that was fun. Like, I'm not stressed about being bad yet. It limits peripheral vision. It also is like claustrophobic, and I find that it like, as someone like, all the fights I did when I was younger was with headgear. It is like uncomfortable, and it kind of stresses me out. Though it's also probably the reason I'm like alive, because I still got knocked out with the fucking headgear on. We have the, it's not like oh, you're too tough, like we're too tough for headgear. Like it's there, and the coach is like, you probably should be wearing this. I'm not gonna force you to, but like you probably should put the headgear on. And it's just like the group of people we had there, like we all like kind of didn't like it, so we dealt with it. Limiting headgear, long-lasting trauma. I mean, again, nobody's like, it's not crazy. I'm probably the least experienced in terms of like, or I wouldn't, maybe not even least experienced. I don't know how many fights other people have done, but in terms of like, in recent years, I'm definitely the one who's like spent the least amount of time fighting, right? And I'm like worried about hurting people, so like I'm relaxing on it. I wouldn't be able to do headshots. My nose would instantly break, and I can't be asked for shit. I got hit square in the nose like once or twice. Is there for a reason? Yeah, for sure. But I think a lot of people's idea of like what goes on in sparring and what actually does happen in sparring is like very different. It's not like what you see in movies and shit. Or it's not even what you see in other gyms. Lots of gyms are like way too aggro. I don't know why they're fucking like that. Dude, this is crazy. Okay, there we go. We got the Fury now. He's composed though? I hate this shit. Talma beat my ass last time too. It would be nice to like dodge something. Doesn't really absorb much shock, and yeah, it doesn't protect the nose. Exactly. It's like, it is better. It's better than nothing for sure. But I think people are like really overestimating how much actually, like, what's going on there. Yeah, if people are preparing for an actual fight versus training, yeah, it's a huge difference in vibe. The hardest I got hit yesterday, I could probably take like, I want to say 100 more of that type of punch before I was like down, like from like pain and damage. This guy's fucking unbeatable. Dodging's not allowed in this game? Yeah, I know. Hey, good morning, Ark. Maybe I'll have to get permission, but maybe I will record my sessions next time, so you guys can see what's happening. It'll be funny. Like occasionally, someone will get hit, and it's like, oh shit, that looks like it hurt, even though it's like they're probably fine. Again, it'd be fucking sick if I could like dodge a single attack, eh? Or like actually hit my attacks. There we go. 2 in a row. We could do it. Beautiful. And the Visley background is so funny. It looks like it's from a different game. Remember in college, me and my friend picked up boxing with spars, 2 dudes punching each other bare hand in the head? I mean, yeah, okay. I'll use Tiger Force. Okay, so in Monster Rancher 3, Tiger Force gives you a status called Guard, which Hanger has the same thing. Hanger's is just like it lowers damage. Tiger's seems like it only lowers the damage from intelligence techs. And if that was any indication, I think it's still the case, because that was exactly as much damage as I should have been doing. As a Hanger sub, kind of looks like Bajaro to me. Yeah, all the Hanger subs are like very rounded in this game. But yeah, it's I don't know. It was fun. I would do it again tonight if I could. Is that it? That's no. There's no way that's the whole thing. It's probably playing an ad. One sec. That was it? It's only 26 minutes? Oh, he's got more, though. Dude, this guy's killing it. Heavy Machine Gun on YouTube. We got Alpha 2. We got her. It's on emulator. PCSX2 ain't working no more. Yeah, it's PCSX2. Your hands hurt after boxing? I did boxercise class. My fists were hurting for 2 days afterwards. I was not using the hand wraps properly. Was I not using the hand wraps properly, or is that normal? Yeah, they kind of hurt. My hands, like, always... It's not like a repetitive stress injury type feeling, but, like, my grip strength, like, the day after I do, like, serious, like, training is, like, pretty fucked up. And then, like, it you know, it's back to normal just in time to do more training. But also, it's just a resist. It's like a form of resistance training, right? Like, you get used to it. What about the knuckles? If you're feeling it in your knuckles, you're either punching wrong or like you're definitely like have the wraps on wrong. I'll feel it like in the joint in my thumb, like this right now, like kind of hurts to like it feels tight, but in my knuckles never. And maybe you'll like land a punch a little wrong and like it hurts your wrist a little bit. You can like power up your wrists too by just doing like knuckled push-ups or on your knuckles for, what do you call it? Like planks on like the sides of your hands, and then you go from the sides of your hands to your knuckles to your fingertips, back to the sides of your hands to your knuckles to your fingertips. Doing planks like that will like really strengthen your wrists. It kind of spooked when I was in kickboxing gym. I got put in sparring with a guy who was way better than me, getting ready for a fight before I was taught much. I couldn't strike, but I could strike. I didn't know any defense. That sounds just like a bad gym. If the guy was like actually intending to land hits, because like the guy I got paired up with the most, there was like a guy who was straight up 6 inches taller than me. If I was in fighting shape, he would probably be like 2 weight classes above me. And then there was a woman who was an inch or so shorter than me, who was like just like unbelievably fast. But I felt like I had like pretty solid spacing, and so I was able to like land a decent amount against her. But against like the taller guy, it was like the fucking like, oh, you put your hand on the guy's forehead and I'm just like swinging and I can't hit him. That's what it felt like. Like I would step to get in, and every time I stepped to get in, he would like clinch, and I'm like, ah, fuck, all right, and then we break up. Like he was just like on me. I couldn't. His control of space was like really insane. I have like a decent reach. Like you can't tell. Like, oh, look how long my arms are. For my size, my big advantage has always been my reach for someone who's 5'9". But fighting someone who has a long reach for their size and they're like 6'4", it's like, oh, fuck, man, what'd I do? I don't have the stamina to plank for that long. I mean, well, that'll help. Just generic core strength helps with everything else. Who would older brother you in sparring? Yeah, exactly. Didn't get physically hurt, just like annoyed, didn't feel comfortable in the gym. Yeah, that's kind of shitty too, when they're just... It's one thing for them to throw you into a fight, because trial by fire is a big thing. Like, a lot of people don't want to leave their comfort zone. And sparring like that can be a good way to be like, there, now you've done that. So now, like, you're not going to be, like, stressed out about it anymore. Isn't boxing weight and height based to negate those disadvantages? To an extent, yeah. I mean, quite literally, the big reason for the discrepancies in weight class is the amount of power you can put behind a punch is almost entirely, like, more than anything, it's tied to mass. And then above that, you know, it's rotational speed, which is rotational speed can be taught and practiced, but mass is mass. Like, for my size, I have, like, a very, very powerful right hook. Hey, Big Waloo! Thank you, Big Waloo. Like, my right hook is, like, dynamite. But that's because of rotational speed. As soon as I fight someone who's, like, bigger than me, it's like, that's like a normal punch for them. It's just, there's nothing you can do about that. Mass is mass. Would have like trial by fire when I was 14, 16, 18 years old, not almost 30. That's the coach's fault for like not... Like trial by fire or something. But like last night was like more or less trial by fire for me because coach knew that like my stamina wasn't up to it. Like he was fully aware that I did not have like the cardio for it. But he's like, we're going to do this. And, you know, it was... what we were doing was a little bit too intense for like my level of ability right now. Like, I'm not back into fighting shape. I'm not even close. And I'm not, you know, what do you call it? I don't have an ego about it. It's just that it is what it is. Like, I wasn't... honestly, not ready. But, you know, I have a problem with pushing too hard. I've had real fights, yeah, when I was, like, 17. So it's been 20 years. It's only weight. If you're taller, you're naturally heavier, or you'll have to cut more weight, carry less muscle, which naturally offsets height advantage. Yeah, exactly. He's starving. Oh, my bad, man. I forgot to give you food. Some guys go full throttle too, though, even with newbies. Right, but again, that's a coaching problem. You don't want that shit in your gym. He's getting pretty old? Mada. Maron. Okay, let's, Really? He's not even 3 years old yet. What the hell? Why is he, like... Man, that sucks. Well, then I say that as someone whose coworkers say he's 27 going on 40 based on my beard. Yeah, I'm 35 this year. I don't want to do competition. I want to do adventure. Can we do Promise yet? Yeah, I mean, our life is low, but I think we can do it. Rhino got the low lifespan, I guess. Imagine having superbly long arms for your weight class. That'd be an amazing advantage. It is. I'm not particularly tall for my weight class because I fought at 145, which is like a really common... That's welterweight. It's a really common weight class. And so there's plenty of people who are like 5'11 in it. And when I was fighting, I would have been like maybe an inch shorter than I am now. So like maybe 5'8. So the arms length was like definitely a plus. But it wasn't... It was good for my height. It wasn't like spectacular for the weight class in general. Like it was nothing special compared to the people who were like 5'10", 5'11". I only did a couple of fights. And then one I got knocked out. Not hard, but like I definitely like lost track of where I was for a couple of seconds, and then it was like, all right, that's it. I'm doing all these other contact sports. I want to be able to remember my kids' names when I grow up. You know, I don't want to deal with like long-term CTE. I was playing rugby at the time. I was exact damage, hell yeah. It was just like, it was too much. And in rugby, like, I had a game where I full on got thrown headfirst into the goalpost. Like, fucked up my nose. My nose is, like, tiny, crooked still. Where it broke. I've been dropped on my head, like, suplexed. And it's just, like, even then I was like, I don't know if I want to do this anymore. Especially, like, in Canada, there's no way to make money doing this. Unless you are, like, unbelievably talented, like, you can probably make a run for heavyweight champion of the world. You're probably not gonna make any money. Because the problem is, there's no, like, sponsorships in Canada. There's nothing like that. Oh, we got Glider. We got big boy damage, finally. Yes, S-Force. So it's like, imagine being like top 10 in Canada and making like 40K a year. Like that's basically their career path. You still have to have another job. Any plans to do playthrough GBA DS Monster Rancher games? I've played through Monster Rancher Advance on stream. I beat it in one stream. 40K for CTE, that's what I'm saying. So it's one of those things where it's like, you have to decide at an early age if you want to make it your life or not. And it's just like, absolutely not. I have nothing but respect for people who choose to like go like whole hog into it, but it comes at a price, you know. 145 is such a rough weight, especially in high school. It's the #1 weight class for dudes who are crazy enough to cut. No, that's exactly it. And I was fighting at 145 like natural weight. I was like 160-ish when I was doing rugby. And then, but that was like with a little bit extra bulk for the sake of like, you know, the cushioning of being able to take a hit. Now, somebody literally competed internationally and still no money for her. Top ranked 15. That's what I'm saying, man. It's like, it's crazy. It's just not worth it. Yeah, we got really soft, but I don't enjoy intentional body damage anymore. I don't know, man. I'm gonna be real. The sparring was like legitimately so much fun, and I can't wait for next week to do it again. But yeah, it's tough. I also fully like, I've been like really tracking my weight this year since the beginning of the year, and I was the heaviest I've ever been over Christmas. I was like 195. And I was like, I'm absolutely not going to hit 200. Like, I cannot possibly do that. And so I was 195, and now I'm down to 187. So that's 2 weeks. Lost about 7 pounds. And it's closer to 7 than it is to 8. You know, I understand the math of, like, 15 minus 7. But, oh my god, the natural grit. Come on, man. But, the extra, like, exercise, and, like, yesterday was, honest to God, the hardest workout I've had in, I don't know, man, a year and a half? Like, since I started boxing. It felt a lot like the very first time I trained with this coach, and where I was, like, ready to pass out, and, like, I had to, like, go puke in the bathroom afterwards. And this was real similar to that. It felt rough afterwards, but I got home and I just kind of sat down for, I don't know, half an hour, and by the end of it, it was just like euphoric. Like, it felt so good. There's like the feeling of accomplishment of like doing the thing. Also, 84 miss, you know what you get for that? You're gonna get glidered. Okay, excuse me. Well, that sucked. So is the music stopping? Okay, there we go. Glider again. That's big damage against the tanky boy. No! Okay. That's pretty good damage, I'm not gonna lie. We got him though. Final guts. %91 on 0 to 60. We gotta hit this. Okay, we got it. This is a one monster only run, yeah. This Gobi is interesting, but I like Monster Rancher 2 Gobi. I love the tiny head on old Gobi, for sure. Your second favorite Monster Rancher after Monster Rancher 2? This game, I will say, I am enjoying it a lot more just doing the one monster run. Not having to worry about multiple monsters has made the game like a lot more bearable. I've like genuinely been enjoying it. There's been stressful points where it's like, why is the game like this? And things like not being able to run at the clock and shit like that's real obnoxious. But for the most part, it's been good. Monster Rancher 4 Gobi kind of looks like a mobile suit, which is cool. You're 6'1" to 25. Yeah, right now I'm 5'9", 187. My goal is to get down to like 160. That's like, that's my like elite with like an asterisk beside it. Obviously it's not like ideal, but I also am, you know, I'm not 17 years old anymore. I can't dedicate all this time to the gym. Multiple monsters have probably decreased motivation attachment to your monster, which is what made Monster Rancher 1 and 2 special. That's what I'm saying. Being tired makes you feel like you're living life right. There's definitely something to that. Also, last time we played, we gave up because this fucking Jan hit Silky Dance like 40 times in a row. And like couldn't do any damage, but was just like withering us out. And it was just over and over and over again. We just kept getting withered. That and like she countered 3 times in a row with like the 0 counter, which I'm learning now is a mechanic of the game. It's just never explained. Like your monster's personality can make you automatically fail a counter. Am I going to go for an Iron Heart in here? I'm not like rolling for anything. Chances of getting anything good are like so low. Rinka Dinka. 50-50 on Glider? It's a good gamble, man. Alright, well, that would have killed her if it hit. Nothing personnel, kid. Their hand subs are so good in Monster Rancher 4. Unless you are Armor Mochi. Or Armochi, I should say. In which case, you're literally the worst monster in the game. Like, they made him bad as a joke, basically. Okay, I got the guts. It's time to attack. 60%. We only need to land one. There are specific floor layouts that make Ironheart's almost guaranteed. Did a lot of testing with it back in the day. Is this one of them? Rhinoceros. The like meow sound effect is really funny on charge. Meow. Can't go to the gym, gotta grind Monster Rancher 4. I've been doing 3 gym days a week. I was trying to like run more, and then, you know, winter in Canada puts a damper on that. The only shoes I have are like foams or like mesh of some kind, so it's not great to be trying to do that type of running in the snow with those. And I don't have access to a treadmill or anything. So I think I just got to go to the gym and like do more skipping or whatever. Even though, you know, obviously road work is important. It's just I don't have the motivation for it. I'm not gonna lie. It's tough. Hate treadmills? No, the treadmills are awful. You don't have to explain anything. It's like the most demotivational way to exercise, I think, is on a treadmill. Oh, we're into A rank now. All right, so we'll get a lot of experience here, but we're probably gonna die. And 50% on glider, not too bad. It's real good damage. Okay, let's not get too crazy. That would have finished it, so it, you know, it was worth going for the riskiness. Can I dodge? I cannot dodge. All right, we're still alive though. Still chilling. 60% chance. I gotta land 1. 2? Holy fuck! He tanked that. Goddamn. All right, we got him. Just go outside when it's 20 degrees and wear layers and run instead. It's about that right now. Here. I gotta find exit. I can just quit against monsters, but I wonder if I have to plug in my controller and make that work again. Okay, well, this is definitely not the way. For cycling over a treadmill, it's, you know, there's different muscle groups. It's still legs, but treadmill, but only because I focus on metrics so much. Number improved, make monkey brain happy. That's fair. All right, that's big damage. We can do big damage too. 54% on glider. He's got so much life, man. What the fuck? I think I never land 2. Okay, we dodged 100 blows. I love... It's like 50%. It's almost guaranteed not to hit. Bonk. Whatever. Alright. Whatever. We give up. He got tired. We'll just have to rest. Wasn't the main problem because there's D-pad instead of stick? So, yeah, you would think so. But it straight up wasn't working. Even when I plugged in my new controller, the D-pad wasn't working like half the time for that specifically. What are Monster Rancher creatures called? Ranchers? They're called monsters. Is that Duck and Abyss? No, that's King Tut Duck is a special breed. Abyss isn't in this game. There's such a big jump from rank B to rank A, man. Tiger Force. Good waste of guts, brother. Hormar. My name is Hormar Sampson. Or is it Hamsar? Sunday and Eden, we're getting biblical. Buck. Hormar. I'm a song from the 60s. How much does barrier reduce damage? It only reduces damage of intelligence text, I'm pretty sure. So against power, 0. Against int, I couldn't give you a number. In Monster Rancher 3, it seems like 50%-ish. 35% on Glide. It would be funny if it hits. We're getting smoked by like every Mew. Okay, we're still alive. We got guts. Time to swing. Uno mas. We got him. And it's just a regular ass dinosaur. Break shoot. This is Mega Ruler. Dude, this shit's... It honestly always hits. You listen to what they say about Ima? Yes, we are the monsters. It's true. Is Mew like the best mon in this game? It's the best monster in Monster Rancher 3. In this one, I couldn't tell you. I'm pretty sure... it's definitely not the best, because like Durahan's the best, but... Mew is... I'm not sure. I'm not sure where to be. Monsters aren't pets, I guess, so it's more like being a boxing trainer. That's exactly correct. You got it. Yeah, they refer to people as breeders in this game, which is, you know, has an unfortunate connotation in the year 2025. Cool, man. Well, I got Final Guts. It's the first time. You're gonna wish you wish you didn't squish that fish. Got your ass. It's not even Sunday. Come back in 3 days, brother. Okay, Tom up next. We've already won this tournament, but... Oh, hell yeah, B-Gator. I love B-Gator, man. I love that he's got the little black mage eyes. Roll any good elements? We've got Thunder and Heart. I think that's it. So no. I would love to get Earth. Kind of weird that we haven't gotten Earth yet, but maybe it's like late game. Okay, I gotta feed him next week. Or this week. Man's starving. Here's a Malone. Is Wind still best? Yeah. Wind is damage and accuracy up, which is like obviously the best combo. But oh, his Heart Lore is at 5? 5 Heart Lore might actually make it worth using Heart Lore. heart is just withering up in a big way, but my damage and accuracy and stuff are going to be up anyway because of the heart lore. Of how high my heart lore is to begin with. Okay, what do I have that has the most guts damage? Mega Roller? One Mega Roller with... Oh, you know what? Okay, we can't add it to this. Oh, I can't add it to Mega Roller either. Boo earns. I was saying boo earns. I don't think it's worth doing it on here. No, I don't really have anything set up to make Withering make sense. Okay. Well, what stats do we want to raise? Where are we at? Are we 600 power yet? Not quite. Target this week. We're going on a little shopping trip. Hey Toji, how are you doing? I'm enjoying the game? I mean, I've been liking it. Also, was that enough? 300 exactly? Still scold you. Art hands moment. Good mole man to you. This is Moose Bones in the morning. Good Moose Bones to you. Full-time shift at your job now? Hell yeah. Happy for you. Okay, so it's a little while. I don't know when my guy is going to die. But we got to think about what we want for our third monster. I'm going to be honest. This is probably the last power training I do. And I'm going to do one more target and then just raise life and speed, I think. This put me over 600 power. 66, that's still scoldable. Vote Antland. So I think we might try doing intelligence monster, specifically because we have a training apparatus that is like very good for speedy intelligence mons. He's frustrated, I bet. But it's your own fault, brother. You're the one not working hard enough. Going back to Combo Breaker? Hell yeah. I'm going to be there regardless, but I'm really trying to get Monster Entry there again. I pleaded my case and I was like, look, like, the only issues we had were like caused by controllers, and this year I'm going to be providing all the controllers myself. So no worries. Don't stress about it. And then, yeah, we'll see. Realistically, with all the controller setup, we can run a 24-man tournament in like easily. I'm going to actually buy a book. Stonehenge, intelligence up, speed down. Okay. We'll move some stuff around, I think. Put this gadget away, yes. Stonehenge is 2x2. And a book. There. So now I have... I could probably put the rodeo back in if I need it. Yeah. There. So now I got all my gadgets. Everything's set up. Next way, managing the farm. It's interesting. It's just, you know, it's a lot when you got more than one monster. Having 3 monsters is doable, but more than that is a pain. 3 is still pretty difficult. And then on top of that, the issue is that you have to deal with counters at that point. We don't have to deal with counters yet. Or a counter is a mechanic where you literally play rock, paper, scissors with your opponent. When you press the button to attack, you can actually, instead of just pressing X, you can press square or circle as well. Square does a tiny bit more damage. I think it's like 1% more. And circle is a little bit more accurate. I think like 1% more. And you can guess if they're going to press square or circle or X. And if you guess correctly, it negates their attack and like you counterattack them. The mind game comes in because if you press the same attack button multiple times in a row, that bonus gets like bigger and bigger and bigger, up to 5 times. So it becomes a mind game of like, are they gonna press it again? You know, and like it's kind of like interesting in theory, but it makes the game really obnoxious when you're playing against a computer who can like just, you know, sometimes it seems like it's input reading. It also means that tanks are very good because instead of having like 0% chance to dodge, you can run 0 speed and have 33% chance to dodge because you can just try and counter every single attack. And all you got to do is, you know, hope you press the right button. There are penalties for getting it wrong. Like, the damage you take is a little bit more, and the withering you take is a little bit more, but it's not, like, significantly. It's not enough to dissuade you from pressing it every single time as a tank. Life blade is just a body blade. It's a shake weight. I'd memorize a couple of the AI attack patterns and get the note. Well, that's the thing, is that against a person, you can play mind games. Against the computer, you can't, right? So it's just guessing. And also your monster's personality, this is never explained anywhere. Your monster's personality can cause your monster to automatically fail or succeed a counter under given parameters. It doesn't tell you when it's going to happen or why it's going to happen. Oh my god. I've still missed more than I've hit of glider. I've never had less than 50% chance. So it can be really frustrating when you see the opponent is only pressing square, and then you go to press square, and then your monster just fails the counter. Even though, you know, you were right. Cool. The triple fucking foolery? Are you serious? I think it's because he's old. Okay, that's 4 fooleries in a row. Okay, we got him. Oh, he's got a Diddy Kong's quest? Hell yeah. This shit is sick, man. How's ranching going? Good. Always use square because Oakley Man trauma? What does that mean? Well, we're gonna try and glide. GG's! 400 damage, baby! Love Donkey Kong Country 2. It's such a great game, man. I think that's the first time I remember like watching a YouTuber and being like, this dude's actually stupid as shit. And he was watching Game Grumps and seeing Aaron Hansen talk about how bad Donkey Kong Country is. Donkey Kong Country 2 is because you can't tell what's a platform and what's not, and the game's like unfair and this and that. And it's like, you might actually just be like a stupid person. Like, it's beyond, like, at this point, like, you know, everyone has their preferences. It's like, you're just like fundamentally wrong about like the basics of game design. Like, you don't know what the fuck you're talking about. Between shifts I work, but I see tournament talk. Does that mean Combo Breaker again this year? So, the Deluxe Cup I just announced, which is the big annual tournament we do for DX. Combo Breaker I have signed up for. I applied for it, but I don't know. I won't know for a couple of months if we get anything. Killer Pandora's not in a line. They attack in a line in some instances. He also seems like an ass in general. I mean, I'm not here to pathologize someone. I've never met him. I don't know what he's like personally. But it was just very funny to see him say that, and it's like... Or... There's another game, too, where I was like, oh, this is, like, genuinely, like, very funny how stupid this opinion is. That's bad conveyance. Yeah, something like that. Fingers crossed for Combo Breaker. I really hope so. I've heard he's very, very conceited IRL. I feel like he's the kind of person where lots of people have like negative shit to say about him because he's outspoken. In the same way that people have a lot of negative shit to say about me because I'm outspoken, right? I'm not here to talk about his personality or how he is as a person, because I don't know, and I honestly don't care to speculate. Alright, we're gonna try A rank. We're not up to snuff, but we'll do what we can. I do think raising life at this point is probably the only thing I can do. I'm gonna rest next week, so this is a good time to do rodeo, I think. What's the wheelie thing? He rides the wheelie thing. 51. Come on, man. You can do better than 51. You can have food. Give you a Malone. Misremember, square increases accuracy. I think square increases power. We gotta scold you. I'm sorry, brother. He hasn't given up on us yet. Writing fanfiction about internet personalities, personal lives based on snippets and hearsay is basically the entire foundation of Dark Souls lore. Yeah, you're kind of right. Alright, we're going to go on an adventure here. Because we are going to rest again next week anyway. A wheel with all the different colors like elements. Oh, that's just the what do you call it? That's just the logo of that region. Okay, I still have all these strength and intelligence stones, or skill stones. I should try and do something with them. I'm just gonna run straight ahead. I wish I could just pick up items while I'm riding him. Like, it's annoying that I have to get off. It's like, what's What's the game element that's like being made better by that? Okay, you know what? You got me. Missing my 80%. What else is new? Missing my 80%. What else is new? Is 20 maximum level? Oh my god, man. No. Alright, I went the wrong way. Oh my god. Is it the same on both sides? No, it can't be. Because the other one's closed off. More Najeel? We haven't needed it for anything yet. It's definitely better like late game. Especially if you want to like run away from monsters. This is a sick hot head bob. We only have accuracy and power and strength stones. I gotta give them to somebody. This guy. Mixer incredible. They're actually really sick. Oh, get out of here. Troron. I don't actually know what Troron does in this game. Raises strength, toughness, and accuracy a little during battle. When combining. Okay, with higher strength and higher accuracy. Okay. So you can't just give them. I have so many strength and accuracy stones. But those are the only ones I have. It's an X attack. The fact they don't have like normal like training supplements like they do in Monster Hunter 2 kind of seems like... you know what? It might actually be fine because you can't train for 4 weeks in a row in this game. You still only use one item per fusion here? Yeah. Oh no. Jack and the Chob. Ah, you missed. Oh, it's like I don't want to be in Mega Roller range. Want to be in Glider range though? 55%, baby. Oh, we got his ass. One hit. Wag your ass at him. It's kind of funny how that whole room was set up just for the Jack and the Cho. There was nothing else going on in there. Anything in this corner? There often is. Oh. A search area. We haven't got a monster with search yet. Still nothing? Still nothing, man. Oh, man, my core is like... Oh, what? Wow. Okay, I gotta find a button. Oh, there we go. My core is killing me, and I don't know if it's from getting punched in the stomach, or if it's from the 100 sit-ups I had to do at the end of the session yesterday. My feeling is it's the latter. I didn't get punched in the gut too often. But like, Jesus, man. I don't have the core strength to do 100 fucking sit-ups. It was intense. Not in like one shot anyway. Over the course of a day, doing like reps of like 20 or 30 for sure. Pod dog. Now this is pod dogging. Now this is pod dogging. Now this is pod racing would be a good sound effect. I should put that in. I don't know when people would use it, but meow. Hey, we leveled up. We got Windlore. Hell yeah. Oh. I want to get rid of Rock Body, I think. Rock Body's probably the best thing to get rid of. Getting rid of Rock Body will make me take more damage. But we have Windlore now. Time to put Windlore on everything. What's my... Windlore is just 1. Okay. Still, might be worth going into it on everything. Damage and accuracy up. Damage and accuracy up. Damage and accuracy up. Damage and accuracy up. And then I can't do anything on these. Still can't believe they're making you do sit-ups. Even the army doesn't do sit-ups anymore. It wasn't like only sit-ups. It's like boxing sit-ups where like you do it and then like you punch and down, and then it was like elbows to knees and things like that. But it was essentially like 100 crunch, like facsimiles or like substitutes or whatever. Shit's tough. But on top of like the planking and stuff, like, you know, obviously very good for the core. It's just, it's intense. Backspin's worth using now. Junk toy. Sticker Brush Symphony gets all the... Gets all of the, what do you call it? The acclaim. But for my money, I'm a hothead bop kind of guy. Not that the song isn't good, but you know what I mean. Okay, do we glider here? No! Wrong time. That's fine. Okay, we got some slow. They think I'm slow, eh? Wow, this is the non-counter run? Yeah. Got Heart Lore and 5 positive on the scale. Don't know what the Heart Element adds to your attacks, though. Yeah, so the Heart Lore is probably worth using just because I have +5. So it means that even though Heart is explicitly like a withering boost, it boosts like guts damage at the cost of accuracy and regular damage. Because it's +5, it probably is going to boost my damage and accuracy a little bit anyway. But I would have to like actually measure. This This looks like a much better version of the Monster Hunter 3 Search for Music Hall minigame. I prefer the Ran Ran Adventures for 3. Silver Tablet? So that's one of the effect tablets. Like, the adventure thing I'm doing right now is fun. I'm not gonna pretend it's not, but it's like, it's not fully fleshed out. It's a little bit tedious, especially once you get endgame. Is this gonna be enough to kill? Especially if, well, not if I don't hit. Dude, why does that move always fucking miss? Ah, you missed. You fool. $70, $80, $70. Can't hit. I'll survive the upper charge, but I'd prefer to just not get hit here. I want Nirvana right now. There we go. Whoo! Fuck you, dude! Cool, man. You're really sick to just, like, miss 70% over and over and over again. Dude, I'm gonna lose my fucking mind. Okay, we got the hit. That could have been bad. I gambled big on it at the end there. We gotta be close to the end of the dungeon, I think. I'm state saving here. Oh, wait, no! This is the same guy from last time. Yeah, this is the boss. I totally forgot about that. There's a boss that you fight at the end here. He's got guard up. Oh, we dodged? Okay, we're in good shape. Oh my god, the damage! 70% of the time it works every time. 70% of the time you miss every time. Beautiful. Okay, so we actually got some story advancement here. Oh wow, the Phoenix bled on this girl. Cool. It doesn't really matter. We did it. Oh, he's back, alright. The wise turtle premise, the wisdom come from inside his shell. Yes, now we gotta fight the big turtle boss. Sick. You should be resting this week already? Yeah. Okay, everything's working out. Is he hungry though? No, he's fine. Yeah, there's definitely a drop off in his stats, but you can have some food and some praise. I think I'm probably gonna rest again next week. When's the competitions happening? Next week, yeah, okay. With wind on everything now, I think we got a good shot at beating this tournament. When we did not before. Alright, Biscuit. 300 in every stat? I see you. Didn't know you could shut the counter stuff off. That would have saved me a lot of hell. Preferred boxing stance? Just classic ortho. I paw a little bit. I don't really have my hands like close up. But the paw is out for to make like stepping in a lot easier. Southerl. Sutherland without enough letters. That's probably what it's supposed to be. That was a big ass sneeze, brother. Cool. Sick. Dodge 360% and then I get hit and I die. Love it. Larbod. Lardbud. Alright. Sick, man. Not a good tournament so far. Everybody's losing, though. So we're not out of it yet. But look at, like, all these monsters have, like, very similar stats. Basically just, like, 300 and everything. Okay, Larbod lost. So Sutherland's gonna win. But we can get... If I get one more KO, I get second place. Mikhail? That's a really funny way to spell Mikhail, but that's definitely how it's supposed to be pronounced. Oh, it's a Caucasus. Okay. I'm stuck. Fuck it, Mega Roller. Solid guts lead. Go for charge. Holy fuck, he's tanky. We got a move for you. There we go. Now I'm composed. Beautiful, brother. Oh, I'm not composed anymore, but it was worth a shot. Hey, okay, so we got second place. Yeah, Biscuit did not do well. We lost the Electrial, but... Definitely worse things than coming second place for sure. This is probably a rodeo dodo. 60? 60 is pretty okay. Another 10 life is fine. You can have a salmon. You know there was a Monster Rancher 4? Yeah, it's quite a bit different. You're not seeing all the stuff that makes it different. Like, you can have up to 5 monsters on the ranch at the same time. We're not doing that because we're abusing a bug in the mechanics that straight up removes one of the gameplay mechanics if you never get more than one monster on the ranch at the same time. There's like a whole counter system where like you play rock, paper, scissors with your opponent, and it's like super obnoxious to do it against the computer. But if you never raise more than one monster at a time, you never hit the tutorial for it. So we're just like straight up avoiding an obnoxious part of the gameplay in this game. Okay, so this is probably a good spot for speed, or even life. I don't know if I'm going to be able to do 2 in a row. I think I might be kind of tired. 61? I think that's probably a scold. Okay, he's getting tired. He'll have to rest again next week. That's fine. We'll do double rest in a tournament. Yeah, Monster Rancher 4 is like... Oh, I messed up. I'm sorry, brother. I meant to make you rest this turn. You did a good job. You got a 58, all things considered. Whoops. Well, you're definitely resting next week, and then we're going to do a tournament, and then you can rest again. Monster Rancher 1 with the CD mechanic is probably the most unique thing I've seen in any game. Yeah, it's sick. Do you, have you played Monster Rancher 2 at all? Monster Rancher 2 is like the big one in the community. It's basically Monster Rancher 1, but more. A vague memory of playing Monster Rancher 2. I'm kind of old. I feel that. I think like the average viewer of the stream is like 30 plus. The Dreamer's Cup. Tommy Dreamer's Cup? That's gross. 30 plus sounds right. You're living the good old days, basically. But yeah, there's a whole ass competitive scene for Monster Rancher 2. There's like a meta around like, you know, what stats are good and like what monsters are good. It's super fun. Okay, what the fuck, man? That was so much damage. I'm mad now. Hit him with the drifting. Someone modded to play with other people online? No, we do AI control for the monsters. Okay, we dodged the combo. Time to spam charge a million times. Ads, okay. We got out of that one. Let's see when the ads end. 19 seconds. Dog was too skinny and looks so unhealthy? Yeah, it's all buggy. It's a little bug boy. Okay. Yeah, that was the Zon sub. So, tournaments happen in Monster Rancher 1 and 2 DX, which is a re-release of the games that came out for Steam and Switch like 3 years ago. So, yeah, DX came out 3 years ago. Monster Rancher 1 and 2 DX. It's a game you can buy on Steam and Switch. And it is, it's what we play all of the competitive stuff on. Because it has just connectivity to the internet, and then we play AI versus AI battles. So a lot of the challenge is like making your monster like not do stupid decisions. You don't pick up techniques that suck because you're afraid there's always a chance your monster will swing it and you don't want them to. So there's a lot of planning that goes into only having the right techniques, having your stats set up to be like maximized in like a fun way. Like, you know, it's fun. There's a lot of stuff you can do. Most monsters are viable. And then we do channel point predictions. So, you know, when there's two monsters up fighting, you bet on who you think is going to win, and that adds like an entire other element to it. On this channel, there's a bunch of insane shit you can spend channel points on. Like, here, let me do something. If you want it to be, there's like a lot of ways to be like really obnoxious. Like, what's this? Yeah. Or they're mostly inside jokes. You're not gonna. They're all inside jokes from like other days on the stream, but there's like a million little animations and stuff you can spend points on and be obnoxious, and sound effects and things like that. The Steiner math, yeah, that one's sick. And the unjustifiably in a situation I'd rather not. I'm sorry, I'm terrible with the details. This is going a little bit better than last time. YouTube will integrate properly someday, I'm sure. I think they're not going to. I think they like being a closed system. You know, I can set it up so there's just like chat commands. And like you press something and then I can have it trigger, but I think YouTube is like, we are a sterile corporate environment to watch videos on. They don't really care about like the playfulness of Twitch stuff. Which is why, you know, if you're subbed on Twitch, you have access to like emotes and you gain channel points more quickly and things like that. And if you're subbed on, or if you're a member on YouTube, you get basically the exact same stuff you get if you were a Patreon supporter. It's no fun if there's no gambling involved. You could always watch on Twitch, is what I'm saying. But yeah, the memberships on YouTube and the Twitch subs are not the same thing. YouTube memberships are like the same as the Patreon stuff. But yeah, we have a tournament coming up. It'll be the first tournament I've run in like 6 months or so. So people are a little bit hyped for it. If you're like interested in learning more, you can always just press !Discord and then join the Discord, and then, you know, if you're ever interested in playing Monster Rancher with other people. It's Monster Rancher 1 and 2 DX. Yeah. Monster Rancher Super Bowl, basically. Yeah, the Deluxe Cup is basically the Super Bowl, yeah. And then I've got like a ton of videos to like get you interested, if you're interested, if you want to check out like certain monsters, what they're good at, what they're not good at. I have a YouTube series called The Rancher Rundown that I've been doing for about 4 years now. And then, you know, if videos aren't your speed and you just want to like be able to like control F to find information, you can go to legendcup.com. Legendcup.com has basically everything you could ever want to know about Monster Rancher on it. Great website, and better than like the Monster Rancher wiki is like, we explicitly tell people not to go there. Probably start with the Discord. That's, yeah. And then that way, even if I'm not in there, you know, there's 1,000 members in the Discord, right? So someone will help you out. People will probably be too eager to help you out. I've had to ask people like, hey, fucking like relax a little bit. Someone will be in and be like, hey, I like Monster Rancher, and they're like, cool, here's 1,000 links, and it's like, all right, don't scare them away. Don't. I forgot to ask the other day. I'm starting a model run. I was wondering what the best subbreed to use. They were always my favorite, but I could never get far as a kid. Okay, so the answer to that is very awkward. The answer is a cocooned Soberos is the best Monol you can get. Because Worm has a faster maximum guts rate than Monol does, and it has a better lifespan than Monol does. So both competitively and casually, like the best Monol, as long as you're willing to put in the work, is to raise a worm under the conditions that allow it to cocoon, and then cocoon that into the Monol/worm. And you'll get something that's like pretty fucked up in like how powerful it is. It's one of the best competitive monsters in the game. There's also, yeah, that's another one. If you don't want to worry about that, there's a special Monol. If you're playing on DX, there's a purebred Monol that starts with a really fast guts rate, and it also starts with Ray, I think. So if you want to make an intelligence Monol, that's like really, really good for it. It also has a slightly longer lifespan, I think. Let's look that up real quick. legendcup.com. Shrine, Monster Rancher 2, EX song lists. Monol. 13, yeah. 11 would be insane. Yeah. So it starts with Ray and Flattening L. Title is Kene, artist is Kezo. Decent stat gains, huge lifespan though. Huge lifespan for a Monol at least. And it starts with Grit as well. But yeah, if you're playing title Kene Dist Kezo. Okay, cool. So I just typed it into YouTube chat. If you want to get the really like messed up purebred Monol. This is like not like the best Monol you'll ever see. Like it's not the absolute most objectively like powerful, but I've raised this monster for competitive play like multiple times and it's really good. It's just not like hyper optimized, but it's like I would say like 90% of the way there. And you don't need to worry about like combining to get Grit. You don't need to worry about cocooning a worm or anything like that. Definitely great for casual play, yeah. And it does away with Monol's biggest weakness, which is it's a monster that is slow, like has really bad speed gains, and also is really like slow to gain guts, because it means you get withered. Like it's significantly worse to lose your guts on a Monol than normal. But this one's got an exactly average guts regeneration rate. Instead of being real slow, this one's like the same as Suezo. And it's got better life gains and better speed gains than a regular Monol. So, defensively, it's a little bit more powerful as well. And the long lifespan. This shit rocks too. This is a different guy, but who's doing this? Wubba Lubba Lo-Fi. All right. This shit rocks though. See arena speed too. Yeah, it moves around the arena faster than normal. Okay. I got the 300 accuracy still. Life and speed I want to get to 300, and then maybe we just work on power from that point on, because he's not gonna live a whole lot longer. Actually, you know, I think we do rodeo again. Rodeo rest is probably fine. 51? You can have him alone. Killdozer sync to the beat on your screen. He's vibing. Okay, we gotta have... No, I want to see when the next tournament is. That last one was, like, honestly a little bit spicy. Do we try and beat the boss? I feel like we're probably underpowered for it, but I think it might be a play. It's a really funny thing that this guy comes once a month, but it's just... A month takes so long in this game. 39? Alright, that's scoldable. Like, come on, man. I know you're an old man now, but... What are you doing? He hasn't died yet. He's still tired, that's fine. Rest, trampoline rest is probably fine. The bosses hit so hard, yeah. I definitely don't have like the defensive stats to make it a walk in the park. Unfortunately. This might be an okay time to go on an adventure. Just, if I could unlock the next one, you know, I'm probably not going to have the stats for it. Kid made you a mono last year because he heard you talking to your wife about it being your favorite monster. It was white with gold trim, so the galley sub is what he must have looked up. That's sick. That's a great mono. That's a great kid. Okay. Oh, dig search. No, no, nothing there, eh? Oh, I forgot to get the silver tablet appraised. Fuck. What if it's a wind drum? That would make the next monster, like, super easy. It's basically a small leftover chunk of wood and some of your model car paint. Multi-generational monster ranchers. Hell yeah. Yeah, it's funny because we'll have people come in and be like, yeah, I'm watching this with my mom right now. Like, that's so, like, crazy to me. My dad and I played video games occasionally growing up, but we really only played, like, racing games and hockey. Or sports games in general. We'd play football, too. But that was about it. We played a lot of Crash Team Racing. We played a lot of Sledstorm. Big Sledstorm fans. Alright. Good miss. The double hit, I'll take that. Mostly play games with your brother who introduced me to Monster Rancher. I'm trying to think, my sister and I didn't really play much together. My sister was much more of like a... She was interested in video games, but she was like super like anti-conflict. So it would be like, she'd be playing a game and then there would be like a boss and then I would fight the boss for her. Or she would watch me play like Ocarina of Time or like Legend of Zelda, or Legend of Dragoon, or something like that. A lot of Monster Rancher too, for sure. One of my first memories of the game is I accidentally saved over her file for Monster Rancher, and I pulled the card out, memory card out, to like stop it from saving over her file, and it corrupted the entire card. So I lost both our files, which in a way is like made me feel a little bit better. But, you know, it still sucked. It's a terrible story. Yeah, it was rough. I told this story about the first monster I got. When I first got Monster Rancher 2, I wasn't really used to the PlayStation. I hadn't played a whole lot of PlayStation games. I was mostly aware of, like, Nintendo consoles. I didn't have an N64, but, you know, I played N64 at all my friends' house and stuff. And my only experience with like rental games at that point was that it would save to the cartridge. I didn't like have any concept of like it's saving to the memory card, not to the disc itself. So when I rented the game, I was so worried that somebody was going to play over my file and delete the monster that I had been raising. And so it's like I rented it on a Saturday, Sunday, and then the whole week I was just like nervous to go rent it again for the next Saturday, Sunday. You ever see that website where you just post your monster stats? Was that just legendcup.com? Monster Rancher Metropolis? One of those two? I don't think there's a lot of other Monster Rancher websites. Had to be one of those two. Strictly HTML? Then, yeah, that was Monster Rancher Metropolis. That entire site is still archived on legendcup.com. You can go take a look at it if you ever want to relive that. My first post on legendcup.com is like in 2007. I had read it like constantly, but I didn't make an account until I was a little bit older. And then I was just asking one question because I had issues with my game, which is like a thing that, you know, is a very common problem now, where people will, from taking the game out and putting it back in, and when it gets scratched and stuff like that, they end up in a situation where the game itself can only load certain monsters. And it crashes when it tries to load certain models. And I was just asking about that, I think. So we found stuff for burning custom CDs? Hell yeah. Okay, this, if I'm not mistaken, this should be the exit. – 70% on glider? You love to see it, brother. Big damage. Remember a list that shows the exact CDs and what monster they generate? Yeah, that could also have been like game facts or something. First Chaos Hand came from Metropolis. Monster Rancher Metropolis had it too, yeah. It's definitely not like definitive. It's not every CD in the world. Every now and then someone will ask like, hey, does anyone have a list of all of the CDs and like what all of the CDs make? And we'll be like, in DX, yeah, we got that on legendcup.com. They're like, no, for the old game. And it's like, oh, do I have a list, an exhaustive list of every CD on the planet? No, I don't. So upset getting the same play 9 out of 10 times because the disc reader got scuffed? Aw, that's rough. Yeah, that would happen. I'm trying to mount the CD codes from Notepad onto ISOs to generate specific monsters. We were talking about that the other day, where like I didn't really understand how ROMs worked. I knew enough to like get them running if DOS or whatever was already installed. Oh hell yeah. But there was a time where I was trying to get Commander Keen to work on my computer, and so I went to the school computers where we had like DOS set up, and I would put Commander Keen on a floppy disk and then just put the floppy disk into my computer and be like, yeah, I can't read this, I don't know what this is. And I'd be like, what the hell, how come it's not working? How come this ROM with like no OS to play it is not like, how come I can't read it? What the hell? No, the old NTSC 1999 list does not equate to DX song list. Yeah, no, it's not the same at all. Outside of specific examples where like the game was set up that way on purpose, like for example, Millennium by the Backstreet Boys made Happy Mask in the PlayStation version of the game, and it still makes it in DX. Most of the games are not, or most of the CDs aren't lined up like that. Alright, that's kind of a rough miss. Rising Rave doesn't do a ton of damage. I should survive if I get hit. I think we're drifting. It's drifting time. Yeah. Anne had hundreds of Christian music CDs, and she was my babysitter, so I would just borrow stacks of them and just make monsters all day the next day. Hell yeah. There's only a few lines from each CD. Yeah, so it's literally... I'm sure Fenric has, like, a better answer than I do for this. But my understanding is that it looks at, like, the number of tracks, and then it looks at the length of, like, the third track. And that's basically all it looks at when it's making a monster. It's something like that. Those are like the only two parameters it actually gives a shit about. Can't remember if DVDs counted too. DVDs almost never work properly for Monster Rancher 2. So because the number of tracks and like track length was all it like looked at, there was a lot of situations where two games or like two CDs would like have the same monster with the same stats and stuff. Document. Okay, so when I found reference earlier, that's not what I was looking for. I was looking for documents. Oh, come on. It kind of reminds me of WoW. Yeah, they're it's got that same early 2000s vibe. Or mid 2000s vibe, I should say. Another one? What do we got? Speed? I'm hoping these are not, well, they wouldn't be old tablets. Old tablets would be the other things. These are level 3 or level 4. Just thinking all of us who played during childhood probably looked like meth heads to our family members just squatting by the PS1 going through a massive stack of CDs and labeling them. So many weekends, my mom would be like, why aren't you playing outside? And it's like, I gotta check all these CDs. Sorry, Mom. Saga, the Siamese Chinese zombie. He hit me. How much damage? Ah, we're fine. That shit's a hit tech. It's not meant to do damage. It'd be cool if charge landed. I can swing 2 more times before I'm out of guts. I can survive 1 more Rising Rave as long as I don't get crit. But we'll just get a KO and it'll be fine. Both your parents worked? I wasn't home alone very often. Both my parents worked as well, but, you know, I was in daycare when I was younger. And then as I got older, I would go to my mom's office and go hang out in their break room. Which was like a big point of contention for her and her boss. Her boss was a huge piece of shit. And he would always be like, we're not running a daycare. And my mom's like, that's fine. Like, they're hanging out. They're not bothering anybody. They got their Game Boys and they got a bag of plain Tostitos, which is what I usually had to snack on. And, like, we never went downstairs to bother anyone. We did occasionally because, you know, we're asshole kids. But most of the time, we were just, like, hanging out by ourselves, not making any noise, just waiting for my mom to be done work. And it's still, like, my mom's boss would, like, make a huge deal out of it. I remember my mom quitting because my boss made a big deal of my mom not wanting to work like an additional 20 hours overtime. And he said that like she wasn't dedicated enough to the company and this and that. And I remember being there on the weekend with my mom. I had like a baseball game to go to after. What's Lucky Star? I forget what Lucky Star is. Is there any of these things I don't need? These are all pretty good. Does anyone remember what Lucky Star does? He's probably on some kind of power trip. Yeah, he was just a piece of shit. He's just an old bastard. But yeah, I remember I had a baseball tournament, and my mom was sitting there like typing up her resignation letter, and like she was like so sad, and she was like, "I quit. Like this job is like I can't do it anymore. Like you people are insane," and then she tried to like get EI, which like, you know, is hard if you quit, but you can like extenuating circumstances, you can still get EI. Don't think I'm using Heart Lore? No, but it does help against getting withered and shit like that by other moves that have heart on them. Second track, start minutes, start second of last track, and start second of second track. Okay. Chest rarity? I don't remember. Let's look it up. But, yeah, and then her boss got one of the other people at the company who, you know, obvious conflict of interest, but she was gonna be promoted to my mom's job if she, like, basically said my mom was lazy and stuff in a deposition. And it was like, you can't quit your job because you're afraid. Like, basically the ruling was you can't quit your job because you're afraid to work like 5 hours of overtime a month or something like that. And my mom was working like 60 hours of overtime a month. But they had, you know, other employees like testify that none of them worked more than 5 hours of overtime a month. And so you got fucked over that way. And it's so funny because every now and then I'll see that dude when I'm in my hometown, like her old boss, and he's like super friendly to me. And it's like, brother, I'm gonna punch you out. Like, get the fuck out of my face. My mom, you know, might have forgiven you and like let bygones be bygones, but you don't forget that shit as a kid. You don't forget seeing your mom cry, you know? And now you're old. Like, if I punched you, you'd probably die. Like, you'd turn into dust. Like, don't fucking piss me off, man. Like, what makes you think we're on good terms? There's gotta be something here. Would it be monster data? No. Monster tags, spaces, combining dungeon guide. Does it say anything? There's nothing on like traits. We're looking at ADC Ken's guide. I don't see it anywhere. Lucky Stars increased crit ratio? Oh, okay, that doesn't count. That doesn't matter. In Monster Rancher, of course. I'm not saying I would. I'm just saying if it were to happen, you know. Throwler? I got the Throwler? What the fuck? I love how one of his best techs. This is like Discus Throw from the other games. Like, these numbers are really good. Accuracy, huge crit, decent damage and withering for 36, especially compared to something like this, which costs the same and is just like worse. It costs more and it's worse. But we can't use Throwler because we don't have any intelligence. But anyway, either way, it's just like, I don't understand, like, being an asshole and then just like assuming everyone's okay with you being an asshole, you know? I'm not threatening violence. Especially as someone who's like been in fights, like both like in the ring and like just in real life. I don't want to be in just a random fight. I would never want to just randomly fight someone because it's always spooky, man. You might hurt them, they might hurt you. You don't know what's going to happen. It's unpredictable. But I'm just saying, dude can fuck off. Remember when I was in high school, we were camping and we escaped to the woods to play Pokemon on Game Boy? We did it because we were playing noisily and got scolded and a strange man sat beside us. Hell yeah. Oh no, I'm gonna get hit with Howlering. No, I'm not. This dude's name is Garp. Hey, Garp. Good old raisins and peanuts. Hey, we did it. Getting into fights blows 100%. There's so many fucking losers out there. Like, yeah, dude, when I just see red. I just see red. When I fight, bro, you can't stop me. It's like, it's not fun. It sucks. I try to de-escalate whenever I can. Last time I like got in like an actual fight, like in real life, would have been like 7 or 8 years ago. And it's because I got hit by a fucking car. And then I like got up and I was like, what the hell was that? And the dude got out of his car and was mad that I like dented his grill. And he like slapped me in the ear and I fucking knocked him out. And I was just like, I gotta run home now. I was like, no. Did I fight the car? Kinda. Your slap huge insult. It also hurts like hell. He was like an old Italian man. I say old, but he was probably like 45. Moose on street beefs? Nah. I just like adrenaline is running because like I got hit by a fucking car, man. Did I train BJJ? No. I've never done any training outside of boxing. Other than like shit I did when I was a kid, like karate and stuff, but like that doesn't count. Okay, what are we listening to now, by the way? Oh, it's still hell yeah. Oh, I shouted this guy out, but he's just compiled the music. He didn't make any of it. Sounds like Jean-Claude Van Damme training music. Push it to the limit. Walking on the razor's edge. Curator, something like that. Started boxing? Nice. Any advice for a beginner? Even though it's not fun, you should start running. Running will help everything. Big news, everybody. What is it? A delivery. S-rank breeder. Cool. Yay. Wow. Yay. Wow. I don't care. Work on your form as well. Well, I mean, obviously. But I'm just talking about, like, in general, like, I can't give, like, real boxing advice other than, like, keep your hands up. Don't get hit in the face. But cardio is a big thing. And then forcing yourself to exhale when you punch. It doesn't feel natural at first, but it will make you, like, land more solidly, and it will gas you less. Because it'll stop you from, like, holding your breath. So, like, practice, like really, like, over committing with, like, your breathing until it becomes natural. And then, you know, it'll help you a lot. But it's really, really, really tough to do it if you've never done it before. To make that connection between, like, your breathing and punching. But, like, once you get the hang of it, and it's, like, a little bit embarrassing, right? Like, it's weird. It's, like, you know, you're making noises that aren't, like, exactly attractive and shit like that. And you have to kind of get over the ego of, like, that whole vibe. But, yeah, just work on that. Is running outside still a lot better than doing it on a treadmill? It's the exact same, man. It just depends on, like, what you want to do. Yeah, you could probably make the argument that it's better on your knees if you're, like, running on something that's a little bit softer. But running on softer ground is, like, way harder for, like, to do it for a long time. It also depends where you are. I was feeling embarrassed after a fight. I've always been a built dude. Detroit schools definitely taught me really bad habits, and my default is usually meet aggression with aggression. It sucks. Dude, it's the same thing. Like, I got hit by a fucking car. The guy assaulted me when I asked him why, like, the fuck? Like, why'd you run through the crosswalk? and I hit him in like full self-defense, and I was just like, I need to take a nap. Like, I feel so shitty. Treadmill's difficult for the boredom factor. I would agree. I used to do cross country, so you know, if I can just go for a run and like run through a path I've never run through before or whatever, it's usually a lot better, like mentally. Though there is like a really, how do I say this? If you're able to just straight up run, no music, nothing, just like raw dog the treadmill, that is like unbelievably powerful for your mental. It's just like, how much are you willing to suffer? Because it's like, not only is it not fun, it's fucking unbelievably difficult. Definitely run outside with good shoes. I run treadmill every year for my Final Fantasy VIII speed run. My back hates me every time. Can't imagine without music. Me neither. But I'm just saying, if you're able to, like, you can accomplish anything. You could, like, run to the moon. Psychopath behavior? Kinda, yeah. No, I have, like, a playlist. Oh, my God. They gave him the hook hand. Hook hand car door? What's happening at Fimba? I'm gonna go in the Monster Association to find out. Treadmill is so good for steady progress. Literally just set the speed to higher than last time and either keep pace or die. That's the thing. Is it's kind of similar to like when you go and you have a trainer in something, right? It's very easy to like kind of get in your own head and be like, okay, that's enough. I'm tired. I'm done. But if you have someone else or some other external force stopping you from like stopping it and like pushing yourself a little bit further, like setting the treadmill a little bit faster than you're used to, or like, you know, yesterday I probably could have stopped an entire round early and still been like, wow, that was a really good workout. But I did the last one and I kind of got my ass beat in it and it was so tiring. And then 100 push-ups at the end. I wouldn't have done those push-ups or crunches, the 100 like ab workouts at the end, if I was doing any sort of training by myself and I hadn't done that sparring. I would have just ended it there. But you know, having the coach be like, no, we gotta do more. The treadmill is kind of good for the same thing. So I wasn't paying attention to any of this, but it doesn't matter. You watch any boxing? The Crawford Alvarez? Yeah, and Canelo, it was, that's certainly something. Dude. I'm trying to think. Fuck, who was it? I've already forgotten their names. I forget their names, man. But they put on such a good fucking fight in that nonsense, the Jake Paul, Tyson shit. Who were those two guys who fought before? Like, I could not believe how killer both those guys were. I'm gonna have to look it up later, but there was... Dude, that shit was fucking crazy. I don't actually watch a ton of boxing live. I'll watch highlights and stuff afterwards. But it's just because a lot of the time it's on the weekends, and I work weekends. We'll see in the port town for another angle? Yeah. Keeping a record of how much you lift so you can track improvement is usually a good motivational tool. Yeah, for sure. Runner's high is definitely a thing too. Everyone should get into cardio and maybe lifting weights too. It's about how it changes your mood after 2 weeks, for sure. And also, like, weightlifting is one of those things where you see gains immediately if you've never done it before. If you want an easy way to keep motivated, weights is like a really great way to do it, because your arms will like double in size almost immediately as long as you keep with it for a couple of weeks or months. And then, you know, after that, it's super fucking difficult to keep putting on mass unless you're like really pushing yourself. The women's boxing match, yeah, that was also incredible. But even if you're like, you know, you've never lifted weights before and you're just doing like 20-pound bicep curls for the first little bit, and then you move up to 30, and then like you're doing like 40 bicep curls, and like maybe like just using those 40s as like fly weights or something while you're doing other exercises, holding them while you do lunges, things like that. Like your arms are gonna get like decently big like pretty quickly. I'm like explicitly not going for size, right? Like I'm not, my arms are like very like they're the size of my body basically. I'm not trying to go very big, because when I'm doing boxing and stuff, I explicitly do stretches and things that like stop my arms from getting too bulky, because you need the range of motion. You need to be able to like, you know, maneuver properly. So there's a lot of stretches that like compact the muscles and like make them denser and like springier, and you know, that's what you need to be able to generate force. But it's not as like aesthetically, like I'm not as like big as I would be if I was like not doing any of that. Bicep curl is garbage. I'll do like 50s. I don't, again, like when I'm doing weights, I'm not really pushing myself super hard. What's the best way to practice slipping correctly? Making sure you're not leaning forward. If you lean forward when you slip and you don't have something like cocked and locked and ready to go, you're going to get your ass beat. When you slip, you should do it in a way where it's just like your body, like your upper body is not moving, or like your upper body is not off center. You're turning your shoulder and you're crouching. Your legs go down and your shoulder goes in front, but you're not leaning forward. If you lean forward like that, your chin is exposed. Do like 10 kilos for bicep curls? Yeah, that's like what, 22 pounds? And the thing is, like the super like heavy bicep curls are like, they've done a lot of research on it, and it seems like it's probably not significantly beneficial, as opposed to being able to do like 50 or like 60 reps of like 15, and just make sure like when you go down to like hold it and like slowly come up, and then when you're like releasing, go really slow down. It seems like it's better for like her hypertrophy for that exercise specifically, than like just being able to like crank out 50 pounds. How tall heavy are you? Right now I am 5'9", 187, and my goal is to get down to 160. Is that Suezo goal? And this isn't Suezo, this is Rhino Roller. Controlled eccentric stuff, yeah. But yeah, the slipping is, you know, I don't have a lot of room in here to show you. Also, I don't know if my mic will pick it up. Here, I'll just do like a whole ass slip. I'll show you. Okay, deluxe cup in the background. Well, we got this music playing. Hell yeah. So like this. So you don't really need to see my head, but I'll raise it a tiny bit, I guess. Proper slip. If I'm in stance like this, you can't really see how wide apart my feet are, but they're kind of wide. And if I want to slip, shoulder down, and you like squat. You squat. You don't, like, that is like a thing people want to see, or like they think it's like the proper way to do it is like this. But that leaning forward is going to get you fucking killed. You need to like stay on your back leg when you do it. And it's just about like twisting your legs to make sure you're still like in line. If you want to do the leaning forward, you have to have like an uppercut ready to go. Hip Moose Chan, that's me. Anyway, enough of that. That's embarrassing. I'm no pro. But yeah, Slipping properly is like really important, especially if you want to do sparring. Dr. Mike on YouTube is always going on about slow release underweight. Which Dr. Mike? The one with glasses or the one who's got a head shaped like a pumpkin? Makes sense because you keep your eyes on him? Yeah, no problem. Also, if you do it like that, if you slip like that, when you bounce back up, you're already like half cocked to punch. You've already like got half the motion from like just twisting back to normal. Because like if you go down and then you come back up, you've already done like half the motion with your shoulder. So it's like short to go the rest of the way. Pumpkin one? Yeah. I could have said the blinky one too. That would have worked too. Okay, rest here is probably fine, and then we can do some battles or more training. I should have saved this week. I hope he doesn't die here. Okay. Life blade. 68. He's starting to drop off. It's fine. I can't really scold him. He's hungry. I get it. It's fine. Got a PS1 fighting game suggestion for you. Do you know Destrega? No, I've never heard of that. What's it like? I'm gonna praise him. 68 when he's that hungry is pretty good. Great stream. Join the Discord. I'm gonna sleep. Hey, awesome. Oh, you're gonna sorry, you're gonna sleep on DX? Yeah, no problem. I think if you liked one, you'll be into it. $47? Mamma mia. It is still technically better than last time, but I'm gonna scold it anyway. Hey, have a good one. 3D combat in a large arena, combination of attacks from far range using square, triangle, circle. Each adds a different element to the attack. I'm gonna have to look it up. I'm a big Air Guys fan. I think Air Guys is sick as hell. I shouldn't have save stated there. The reason I shouldn't have save stated there is I might want to get another monster. I like arena fighters when they're like done right. Arena fighters have like such a bad rap, but I don't think they're like inherently bad games. Power Stone is great. Good luck trying to convince me that Power Stone is not an amazing game. I love Air Guys. Here we're gonna go big for our last hit. No! Dodge, dodge, dodge! I'm dead. Am I injured though? 125? Oh, there's like nothing. Oh, hell yeah, we're still in it. He's composed though? It would be sick if I dodged literally fucking anything. Come on. It keeps happening. Should I post gameplay vid on Discord? Yeah, sure. Just in the other games channel. Rep pace is all about what makes you feel best. Basically, all literature on pace is like within 10% growth at max. Overall current narrative is that pace doesn't matter. Yeah. One day I will dodge an attack. Raycast is really funny because that shit withers a lot for like just being a tiny hit. Why does it cost 13 and wither 15? I hate this, man. I don't want to do this. We're gonna go to next week. Oh, I didn't want to do that. Maybe about time to let it retire. Okay. You know, the rest... Speed, I guess, because, you know, we can't hit anything. If we get an Ogio next, I think we just win the game. With Thunder Mac and cheese, we're gonna be good. A 3? Oh, baby. This is rough. Like, it's not even really worth feeding you the food anymore. We've unlocked a lot, though. Okay, yeah. Until we're in rank S again, we don't have access to the next one. Worked with a guy with that name, and he was the nastiest, meanest old man I ever met in my life. Hated him. I told the stories about Eddie, right? There's an older guy I worked with when I was working in a grocery store, and he would just like have like the weirdest, like, we called them like Eddie-isms, where he would just like say things that he like thought were deep, and it just like had no real like it was like embarrassing. Or I remember one time I was like having a bad day or something, and he was like, hey, you know what costs? I got a riddle for you. And I'm like, okay, what's a riddle? He's like, what costs nothing? And I was like, I don't know, man. What costs nothing? He's like, a smile. I'm like, cool, man. That's not really a joke. Like, but he would like say shit like that all the time, and he'd be like, I just made that up. I just made that up. Or I remember he was having a bad day once, and he had been arguing with our manager, and he's like, you know how they say women don't make good bosses? I was just like, who says that, man? Like, you want to elaborate? Like, what are we talking about here? Let's sandbag. Our stats are not going up, so we're just gonna boost our power, I guess. Eddie the Philosopher, yeah. An 83? He likes the power. I forgot where I put the punching bag. Oh, it's over here now. Or like he was like really loyal to the company. And if you guys know anything about Loblaws, or you know anything about politics at all, there's a whole thing with like Pete Buttigieg, who was like a consultant for a firm that was like fixing bread prices, and that's, you know, that has to do with Loblaws, which is the biggest grocery store chain in Canada. And he was like super like loyal to them, and the reason he was loyal to them was that he had a profit sharing situation where, you know, a portion of his paycheck went into stock every month, and he didn't realize that it wasn't extra. I had to explain to him that they were not giving him extra stock, they were taking it out of his paycheck and putting it into it. Yeah, when he worked for McKinsey, yeah. But McKinsey was a consultant for Loblaws and a bunch of other companies. And he didn't realize that he wasn't being given free stock. And he just, like, refused to believe. And I was like, it's not, you know, it's not my business, man. Like, you can believe whatever you want. I don't really care. They're hooking on with the pizza pops. That's what I'm saying. Pizza pops and Kinder Surprise. Any problems with training gadgets? Let's appraise. Strength tablet. Oh, hell yeah. Oh, we got the fan. Sick. Okay. Speed. Pitching machine. Hell yeah. And the silver tablet. Gemini statue. What does Gemini statue do in this game? Compatibility will rise more easily, so it's just like... Is this when, like, to make them friends? This doesn't really help me, eh? This is for, like, the team attacks and shit. Love when a conversation starts, you know you're about to hear something from the 1950s. Yeah, exactly. You're the really odd guy. When I was in a restaurant, his name was Gary. One day we were all sitting around trying some new menu items and talking, and one of the women started talking about how her son choked on a quarter. Gary then chimed in saying that it had happened a few months ago. And I asked why. He looked at me and said, well, I was counting them. And I had to stop and ask Gary, why are you counting coins in your mouth if you're counting them? Like, why are the coins in your mouth if you're counting them? That's so weird. Okay. So, now that I have Fan is power and speed. And then Pitching Machine is speed and skill, right? I'm pretty sure. No, it's... Oh, this is the level 3, right? Yeah, okay. So this isn't as good. It's probably fine if I'm doing an intelligence build. But normally you don't have level 3 at all. You just go for level 4. If they're in their mouth, you know you already counted them, so you don't double count. 1, oh. 2, oh. Alright, so, customize. The level 4 is pretty nice, man. The level 4 power, I'm kind of set up in a way where I can... Let's get rid of this. I didn't buy it. Buy training pitching machine or fan. I didn't see how big it is. I think, is it 2x4? It's a big one. 2x4, yeah. I'm gonna get rid of Stonehenge, I think. It really depends on what I'm gonna get for my next monster, but... I think this is fine as is. Well, that's apparently how you choke on a quarter. Yeah, it's good to know. I'll remember that for next time. Okay, so with Fan and Thundermac, now I can make a decision whether or not I want to do intelligence or power. Because even though Thunder Machine lowers skill and raises intelligence, having plus speed and plus power, it might be pretty easy to just boost my speed, like, even more. You know? By having 2 drills that do that. See a Fan. What's he got for the Fan? 51? It's gotta be pretty good. That's not bad. Good job, brother. I think we're probably gonna do one more week of Monster Hunter 4. It'll take us another couple of days with a new monster to beat the game, and then I think, you know, we'll try to, like, actually beat the game. We're not gonna do the post-game stuff, but we'll aim to beat the game, I think. We could also go with something that, like, you know, has a decent mix of power and intelligence. Obviously, you want to focus on one to make the game as easy as possible. Okay. So, this is the last week. So, here's what we're going to do. We're going to the shrine. We're going to pick a new monster now. Here's how you abuse this mechanic of not getting counters. What is a praise? New monster's going to be a hare. Been preordained. Hare actually has some pretty, like, okay intelligence attacks. It's weird. Gel, Mochi, Suezo, and what's his name? Lesion's got a good mix, too. And Plant has a good mix. Plant's got some, like, pretty big power nukes and intelligence stuff. Int attacks are not what I'd expect from a hare. He has a 50 cost, like, headbutt attack that does, like, a shit ton of damage. It's intelligence based. Rabarin's so cute. Look at this. I'm not raising a suzerain just because I always raise suzerain. We're going to try something different. But I am a big suzerain fan. Even the purebred one is just, like, the colors are nice. I love Kondorin, though. Peachrin's cute too. Samurai Rin with the little hair. It's funny. But okay, we need something else. Poncho, I would love Poncho, but I always raise Poncho, and Poncho is also, like, extremely shit. What about Gaitan? Peacockin. Grindink. This shit's nasty, man. The Freshitan's actually kind of a fun monster. Hanmarin, Halloween. I remember Halloween. Moztan. I kind of like Moztan. Ape? Ape would be interesting. Because I've never raised Ape in this game. Mogi? Mogi would be interesting too. He's got a good mix of power and intelligence. Ogio might be really good. Power and speed, like, Zon is what we're... Like, the things we have on the ranch right now are very Zon coded. Ape is just Garu, but it's not Garu. If you know what I mean. It is Garu, but... Do we just do regular ass Peepo Ape? I don't hate Garu because of his attacks. I hate Garu because of the way it looks. Ogio would be fun too. Ape isn't... Why isn't Ape listed here? Is it listed under Garu? Ape isn't listed on Legend Cup? I'm so confused, man. Oh, it's alphabetical. My bad, it is. My bad, my bad, my bad. Okay, so what do we got? Regular Peepo Ape is 7 out of 8 power, 6 out of 8 defense, 5 out of 8 speed, 5 out of 8 accuracy. That shit kind of sucks. Yeah, it's 100 Antland, thank you. Yeah, it's visually an ape, but it plays like Garu. But it's ape. Red Shorts Ape has max power gains. Pirate Ape has close to max power gains. And good defense gains. Pirate Ape might be the best of the three. It starts with like really eclectic stuff. It starts with Win lore? Okay, I want to do Pirate Ape, man. This is sick. Yeah, we don't really care about intelligence on this guy, but we need a name for this. Garrus looks alone, or mostly why I never played for. I really don't like the way Garrus looks. I don't know what it is. I think it's because you're forced to play him. If you weren't forced to play him, I think I would enjoy it more. The boxer ape so I can learn how to box while watching Monster Rancher. We need the monkey puncher monkey. What are the names? It's Kenta and I forget the girl's name because we always play the girl. Sumire. Kenta is strong and can go to school. And Sumire is better than boys. I'm thinking we go Kenta. If you guys don't know what I'm talking about and what I just said sounded like insane Mad Libs, you gotta play some Monkey Puncher. I can't believe I forgot the name. Monkey Puncher is a fantastic game. Game Boy Color game that's very Monster Rancher coded. So here's why we're doing this. Oh no, we have 2 monsters on the ranch. It's gonna throw everything off. Unless we go on an adventure to level up Kenta. And then the other monster dies. Ever knew the Peepo Monkey from Ape Escape was added to 4? It is. So basically, when you're doing these battles, the monster in the monsters that aren't fighting gain experience at half the rate. It's kind of like experience share in Pokemon. So I can just farm these battles with this guy and just get a shit ton of points on my other monster pretty quickly to get some like new attacks and stuff. I think I saw something that you gotta save your father who's been kidnapped by training a monkey to fight. That's exactly correct. We really tried to like route out a speedrun for it, and it doesn't look like it's doable unless there's like a glitch I'm unaware of to like beat the game in under like 3 hours. See, that was almost a whole level for level 1. Even though he wasn't fighting. It's too risky to put him out to like try and get the KO. Against certain monsters, I might try it, but I don't think I'm going to. I think we're just going to accept that he's chilling in the back, gaining experience. Oh, wrong move. 77 miss, always feels bad. Monkey's its own monster type, it's not just a special costume. It's technically its own monster type, but it is just a special costume. It works exactly the same as the Garu monster. Strength Stone. I guess I could have combined to get extra strength on him. Those have been pretty useless so far. I could also combine this guy with the Raiden and get something that starts in like rank C. Because of the way this game works, if you combine like 2 rank S monsters, you get a monster that starts in rank C. Which is like not too bad because it forces you to do like way fewer tournaments. You can focus on training. It also might explain why rank E, D, and C are all so similar. But yeah, we're going to be doing this for a little while just to grind out a tiny bit and get Kent to some extra levels. Monster Hunter-esque, that's Monkey Puncher. Monkey Puncher is a Game Boy Color game. Very sick. You raise a little monkey to like put into boxing tournaments, and you have to like train them, and like you choose which stats to work on. Monkey Puncher mention. I love Monkey Puncher, man. How would I play this? This game? This is on PlayStation 2 emulator. Monkey Puncher is, you would need a Game Boy Color emulator. Yeah. Or you could buy the game, but I think it's like 50 bucks. You level their intelligence by having them buy stuff for you at the store. Yeah, exactly. And sometimes they're real smart and they get cool stuff for you, and sometimes they just fuck up the order completely. And like your money's just gone. It's one of those things that like seems like it would be more frustrating than it is, but it's mostly okay. Funny. It'll also say something like, there's a time where like if you're like really mean to your monkey, they'll become like despondent. But it won't say despondent. It'll say something like, the word is completely wrong. It's like enamored or something. Like I forget what the exact word is, but they mean to say despondent. Like they're not responding to your criticism because they're just like completely disassociating. And it makes it sound like they're spoiled or something. What's the iron key? It's to unlock a new training area, right? Like a new background, basically. Battle rocks. All the keys just open new areas. Charge ended up being like pretty good just because of hard head. Doing a little bit extra damage. Keen Fang. Okay, so he's got all the boosts to all of his attacks now. A castle background? Oh, okay. So that's why they keep buying it. Any chance for a treasure chest? No. Just cave searching? Just cave searching. Do we have cave search on our monkey? I know Garu gets it really early. No. Oh, we do have it. Alright, brother. It's time. Come on, monkey. What do we get? Alright, smart glasses. Cool. So, if all of the areas have that, we can go search those again. We're not like in a rush to get to the end. We got a lot of energy, and also, you know, we're trying to grind a little bit. Monkey power net his glasses. Monkey's already paying on. It's annoying when you save up a lot of money, I can imagine. Is it here? Is it just that one? Dude. Come on. Why I oughta. Let's just get out of this area. Hey, it's the worst monster in the game. It's like quite literally the worst monster in the game. It has weaknesses, like insane weaknesses to every element. And all of the physical attacking types. You can play Monkey Puncher online in the browser on your phone. Yeah, you can. Cool, man. Fucking die, please. Team up. It's time. Monkey! We have him with the monkey kick. Fancy stone. 2 steps and another fight. Cool, man. Okay, that's the first time we've taken like a significant amount of damage in this. Gave us the palsy. Now this is pod dogging. It's a pretty good vocal stem, I'm not gonna lie. Hyper beam, super punch. I should probably put some of these techs on him just in case we're like absolutely screwed. Bite. Look at this. Dude, these are so funny. We're putting wind on everything. Okay, so it's pretty obvious where the exit is now. Yeah, it's cool how there's so many Game Boy games and like just old emulatable games that you can just play in browser now. Though I don't know how saving works. It's gonna be really fun editing this down for the purposes of putting on YouTube, because like, you know, you want to keep all the fun like banter and shit, but there's so much like actual gameplay I'll need to cut out. Oh my god, why does that shit always miss? Okay, good dodge. It's gonna be enough? Hell yeah. It's a summoning salt song? It's not. This is a remix of Aquatic Ambience. Another silver tablet? That's beautiful. Saving works with cookies, probably. I would assume so. Do we glider? 50-50 shot to instantly win? Let's do it, baby. Even money proposition? I'll take it. But yeah, starting at like level 7 or whatever we end up at for this guy is going to be like a really good leg up in terms of like having a lot of good techs already. It'll help us like roll through the first couple of ranks super easily. You notice these wild monsters seem to be like really passive. All monsters in the game are, because Guts regen's real slow. Summoning solid playlist might be solid for next stream. You know, none of that gets claimed. I don't actually know if it does. I know a lot of it is copyright free, but it's copyright free with attribution, and I don't want to like set up a whole thing to like have their names and stuff pop up. Not because, you know, I obviously don't want to give them credit or anything like that, but it's just, it's kind of a hassle. John Dark. I blocked it. Beautiful. We're in there. No fairy kiss, please. Hell yeah. His little, like, wagging his ass at you thing is so funny, man. Got King's Fist and Kick. We're getting a lot of attacks. Dumbbells. Is this gonna be the exit? No. Go all the way down. Cool pixie design, yeah. There's some decent ones. No, I'm not a big pixie enjoyer, generally. I hate this. I don't have the ability you need to, like, walk over the spikes. So it's making traversal in this area kind of a pain in the ass. I am also kind of running out of energy, so I might just like farm in the area around the last door. This door here, yeah. We can probably go one more floor, but the opponents aren't going to get any harder than they already are. Pretty tanky. That won't kill him. I think we go for a drifting here. That'll do it. Do different monsters have different move speeds in the dungeons? Yeah, well, I mean inherently, because some of them you can ride and some of them you can't. Normally, like, if you can't ride the monster, you just do your normal walk speed. But this guy has an ability that lets you ride him, so he's moving at like twice the speed, or like 50% extra speed or something like that. It's probably not double. Okay, I am low on. Okay, I'm doing okay now. I was stressed about that. But I think this is a glider attempt. Yeah. Yeah, Dragon and Phoenix, you can just straight up fly. You got a Ruby. I should go to town and sell some of this stuff. I've never been hurting for money, though. Money only becomes a problem when you have, like, a lot of monsters on your ranch. And like trying to feed them all is a huge pain. Upper charge, shield, like it shouldn't kill me, even if it hits. That was a good crit. You can probably finish him off this last one, yeah. Understand why Phoenix has the lowest lifespan in the game? I don't know. I don't understand a lot of the design choices in this game. Uppercut, beautiful. Another silver tablet. This is like going very well. Okay. Right there, you would need something with flying to get over. Does Beacon have flying as well? Hell yeah. I think Beacon flies as well. Unless he has the power one, where he like holds you on his shoulder. Might be able to step over it with Golem Ride? No, you can't. Not that's a gap. Silver coin. Silver coin is technically money, but like it's barely anything. Vendor trash, as they call it. Okay, do we have anything here? That's the end of the floor? This might be it. I think we're just gonna chill in this area. Try and fight something. Thought it was spikes? Oh no, it was... There's been a lot of spikes, but it was a river. Come on. Is it level 20 or is it level 15 is max? Because, like, goddamn, this is, like, taking a long time to get his experience up. Oh, also, we're not in the highest level area, so... Are there some monsters that you can swim with? No. There's a water search. But you can't swim with them. That area would have water search, and then you could fly over it to see if there's like a treasure chest on the other side of the river. Yeah, I thought it was 20 as well. Yeah, a lot of rock monsters in this area. The only attack I'm missing is, what's it called? Go? Dirt search? No, let's get rid of something else. Beams? We're not going to need that. Yeah, Hyper Beam is pretty useless. Boost the power of beam attacks, and we're not going to be having any. Dodging Rising Wraith is like so good. Because it doesn't do a lot of damage, but it is very accurate, so it's like a big fuck you. Okay, team up. Do we risk it? 33%? I don't like that. Come on, swing. Let's get out of there. We tried. If he would have got the KO, he would have got double experience. Dude, 0 to 60, like, I don't know why it's so bad, man. Need one more. Create a whirlwind via twerking. It's true. He's built different. And then the monkey comes in and get his ass. Extra 19 damage? Fuck you. I don't think we have enough. We'll have to get a couple of battles pretty quickly here. But, you know, if we were to get the battles, it's possible we can get him to level 15. Which doesn't mean much in the long run, but, you know, it'd just be cool to see. Okay, he's back to full health. Can we find a monster to fight? Has his mouth open. He's trying to eat me. I'm gonna get you. I'm gonna get you. Ah. Man, no one wanted to fight. Adventure every week, and it takes you forever to get to 20. Yeah. This game is like, I've said it before. You know, I have a lot of like criticisms about the game, but I think it's best. Oh, I didn't mean to do that. Whatever. It's best viewed under the lens of like, if you were a child and this was the only game you had you had access to as a kid, which a lot of the times, you know, growing up in the 90s and 2000s, you didn't have a ton of games. Like, you didn't have a huge library. It's a very good game if it's the only game you can play, because it takes forever. Okay, 61. We're like right there. One more battle should do it. Can we get a quick fight? Maybe we can do it here. Monster Hunter, we're hunching. I'd even like take getting hit with Rising Rays. It's a pretty big guts lead now. It puts me in range to kill with drifting. Pretty sure. Yeah. I think because I love the adventure aspect of it. Now that I'm older, I recognize that I prefer 3, but still enjoy 4. Just wish I had a different art style. Dude, no way. I need 100 experience. And 14 for the monkey. Come on, let's get it. We're almost there. Come on. Come on. Nothing. Whatever. That was okay. And now, this is my ranch. Okay, here I go. Hello there. Hello, Philia. Counters? I did it a fucking week early? I did it a week early. And I saved after I got this guy. So there was no point in resetting. I'm going to bed. I should have saved and then reset and seen what happened. What do I do? Revert the save? The save is like a year old. And we've got so much good stuff. I fucked up the week. It's next week he dies. I got the silver tablets too. I mean, I just reset, so I lost them. I'm left with nothing now. It can't be that bad. I mean, I'd have to do that adventure again. I'm not gonna do that on. This is not a hell yeah, brother moment. It's absolutely not. That's fine. I mean, it ruins the whole. Seven years, 4 months, 4 weeks. You know what? I'm going to save a new file. I'm going to check the old one. I can always just, like, do stuff off stream, right? Don't get the problem? Please explain for my dumbass. I'm trying to exploit a bug in the game which never unlocks the counter mechanic. The counter mechanic... Okay, so yes, this is like quite a ways back. It's fine. It's not that it ruins the whole game. It's more so it's like a mechanic in the game I don't like, and I thought it would be funny to like beat the game without ever having access to it. But I'm not restarting. So, you know, I'm probably going to redo that dungeon off stream, and then next Monday we'll start with our boy Kenta. We'll have him ready to go. Because the ranch is set up so nice, right? We got the level 4 power, we got level 4 speed. Counters be damned. I mean, counters suck if you're running a speed monster. What's his defense gains? 6 out of 8? Speed is 7 out of 8. Womp womp. Whatever. It's fine. It ruins it in the sense of, like, I wanted to beat the game without having to deal with counters, because I thought that would be funny. But it's not, you know, it doesn't stop me from playing the game. We'll finish it next week. But, certainly a damper. Oh, man. Well, I hope you guys had fun. It was enjoyable. What happened? I mean, it's the end of the stream regardless, right? 11:30? Yeah, that's a pretty good spot to stop. Oh, there's an ad playing. I'll explain it again once the ad finishes on Twitch. Man. So basically what happened is there... Oh, shit. My boy Riddles is streaming. I'll raid my boy Riddles. But yeah, so there's a mechanic that we're completely ignoring in Monster Rancher 4 called the... It's a counter system, basically. Like, you play rock, paper, scissors with your opponent. And it's only actually unlocked, like, you don't get the tutorial for it until you raise more than one monster at a time in Monster Rancher 4, which you have access to. Right now I can raise up to 5, but I was only raising 1 at a time. And I was trying an exploit to have both monsters on the ranch for 1 week, and then the first one dies. So there's never a chance for the tutorial to come up, because you never have more than one monster. And I was thinking my Rhino was going to die this week, but it turns out he dies next week. And so it fucked the whole thing up. We were trying to beat the game without doing any counters, and unfortunately that's not going to be the case anymore, because, you know, I just messed it up. But, I mean, it's not the end of the world. We'll still beat the game next week. It was fun. I got 3 streams in. I don't know if I can do one this weekend. I'm working still. But, we'll see. Did I go over tournament stuff yet? Yes, I did. Deluxe Cup happening soon. I'm running out of time before the raid goes live. So, Deluxe Cup, ! Deluxe Cup. If you're on YouTube, just check the description. It tells you. It's the biggest yearly Monster Rancher tournament we run. And join the Discord if you want to learn more. I'll see you guys later.